What is going on, YouTube? If you're watching this video, it was made for you.
What?
We are 900,900 and wait, I have to make sure I say it right. We are 900,000. We are 999,840 subs away from 1 million. So sub up, bro. Today, bro, we're window shopping. I know you're probably like, what do you mean window shopping? I feel like I've never seen somebody do this. I feel like I see YouTubers, TikTokers, Twitch streamers, whatever. They shop on like Temu or whatever, but then they like actually buy the things. We're not doing that. We don't have any money right now. You're probably like, Charles, why do you have a Prada Fall Winter 1993 collection pulled up right now? I was looking at this today while I was at work when I was supposed to be doing my job, and I was really inspired by it. I mean, I don't wear like obviously any of the things in this, but I'm trying to teach myself about old fashion shows and shit, you feel me? And this show is freaking beautiful. It's been my favorite of the old Prada collections that I've seen. I went back to like 87 and then went up to 93. Some of y'all are probably like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? That don't even matter. Point is, I've been looking at some stuff recently and I was like, I got a new job. It's time to start spending money responsibly. That's what this video is for. We are currently not signed into any of my accounts because I can't have y'all looking at my watch list.
We do not care.
Somebody's probably like, Charles, you're still gonna show us things that you find interesting. What if I just cop that first? You're not gonna do that. You know why you're not gonna do that? Because you're your own person, bro. You're not gonna see what I want and want that. You're not gonna want that. Oh yeah, also, if you're looking at my finger and you're like, what's wrong with bro's finger?
I don't have a band-aid and I cut my finger and it was bleeding and I was trying to apply pressure on it, but it wasn't working. So I put some tissue and then I put some painter's tape on it.
Well, makeshift band-aid for y'all. I'm listening to music while I record. I never do that, but I don't want my ears naked and exposed for y'all. Anyways, I do have my actual Pinterest pulled up though. I know some people are like anti-Pinterest. Here's my thing, right? I think you can use Pinterest when it comes to fashion. If you are somebody, well, first of all, do what you want. It's a free country, kind of. But I'm the type of person where like, I do like getting inspiration for things, but like, I'm not gonna see this person's fit and be like, okay, how am I gonna recreate that? So I need a suit jacket, I need this and that. Cool, that's my style, that's my aesthetic. No, I'm gonna get interested in, I'm gonna start trying to learn about like different patterns, whatever else. Like, I think understanding where the reference comes from is very important for not playing like abstraction tag, like playing telephone. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually go through my little, you know, this is my, damn, I'm really showing y'all. I don't like y'all seeing this. I might cut this out or I might blur it. Bro's gatekeeping in a video he chose to make. That don't make no sense. I like to look at things that I already own in my closet. And then I like to see like, could I make this outfit out of shit that I got now? Or I get inspired, like the way someone styles something, like color palette wise or whatever. And I start trying to think about like, is this a designer? Or is this just this person that like knows how to put shit on, right? Because I think if you are finding a lot of things on Pinterest that you like, and it straight up is a designer that's out there, you should be watching those shows. I think it's very important to like look at the professionals, like people that actually know how to style things. That's their job. Because some designers do style things that like genuinely you could put on in a day-to-day fit. Because I think that fashion, especially when it comes to like shows, it's like you have shows that are more like art. And you have shows that are like ready to wear, like you could actually wear that and not get clowned by like your friends, if that makes sense. I think it's really important to like be able to know the difference too. A brand I've been looking at recently, which I know is not, you know, low key or anything. I'm gonna call it ERD because I don't know how to speak French, but I've really been enjoying ERD shows recently. I started watching some of them on YouTube. This one I really enjoyed. Let me go back. I just think it's cool to like see what the professionals do. Now, I know someone might go, Charles, this is crazy. I actually fuck with this fit. I can't explain it. I just like the way that it's styled. It just looks tough. It just looks tough. Yes, the meat is out, but it's fire.
What do you mean by that?
This is my background right now. This dude is literally my phone background. No glaze, no glaze. Shout out to Hollis. This is what I'm listening to right now. I just think it's really interesting because can I afford ERD? No. And I know some people like to act like you shouldn't look for references, like dupe culture is bad. I'm not buying a $2,000 leather jacket, bro. I ain't got it like that. And so it's like, if I want to look up some nice leather jackets or I'm inspired by the way that belt looks, I'm going to research like the history of belts or like different styles of belts. So I can like have the language to find things. Because I feel like that's usually the reason why people struggle to find shit they like, bro. They don't have the right language. Like I just saw the F1 movie. And when I was watching the movie, I saw this. I know Brad Pitt is not a good person, bro. I'm not saying you can separate the art from the artist. You definitely cannot. But I did enjoy this film. I really wanted to see it more so for Damson, but when I was watching this movie, I saw his bag and it reminded me of like a bowling bag. And then I started watching some shows recently and I saw that Dries Van Noten, he had like 12 or so like bowling bags in his look. And so literally the past few days I've just been looking up like vintage bowling bags, and I know someone's gonna be like, bro, that shit is not it. Like, I know they look kind of nasty, but you can find some tough stuff. Like, bro, who's gonna have this, bro? Nobody's gonna have this Nike bag, bro, but you will. I just think it's tough. Like, I actually have a bowling bag because I used to bowl like very like minorly back in the day, and I thrifted a bowling bag. But what I know is they should show the inside of this. They have these, but that shit I'm pretty sure can slide right out, and if it can't, your boy can find a way. But I've seen some of these already, like this sky blue one I thought was really freaking cool. It's a little dirty, but like, bro, if you're traveling or something, I like how, like, I guess industrial isn't the right word, but it just, I don't know, it's speaking to me. It's different, it's old, but it has the Nike logo on it, which I feel like gives it obviously an air of like streetwear slash like, it don't look like something your granddaddy would have had, you know? I thought this was cool. I like this pattern. I would say this is very similar to the Dries Van Noten's ones, or Dries Van Noten bags that I had seen. Now obviously a lot of stuff you're gonna see looks like this. I don't think this looks all that interesting. I wouldn't want to buy that. But again, right, a big part of like life is curating your taste. I don't mean having good taste or bad taste. I always say this. I just mean like knowing what you like. Because I might look at this and go, this is mad boring, I don't want this. But someone might go, this is a brown like leather bag that I can get for 16, 17 bucks, bro. And it goes with like suits that I wear, whatever. Like, that's tough. That's you. This, ooh, I have not seen this one. This actually looks more in line with that like Sunny Haze style bag. Because this is big. You can tell it's a bowling bag, but I feel like it looks more like a I guess just like a larger briefcase travel bag, you know? Now someone's probably like, bro, is looking at bowling bags. I am, bro, because you know what I found from looking here, and the people that already swiped off, bro, they're not getting the ball. Like, that's for real. Hold on, wait. I saw some really freaking cool Adidas bags from back in the day. Hold on, wait, not these, bro. I mean, that's kind of tough, but this is what I had seen, bro. I think this is tough. I'm sorry. Now, clearly this person knows what they have and are charging almost $400 for it. This is a nice bag. It's in decent condition. And this is what I mean, right? Like, bro, if you're popping out in this, ain't nobody got this shit. Now, am I gonna try and find this somewhere else? Yes. But you can see it's already a little worn, low ball them a little bit. You know what I mean? Throw them an offer. They might take it. But this bag is in really decent condition, I'm not gonna lie, considering it's probably from like the what? 80s or 90s. This is a nice bag too. This is one that I'm a really big fan of, but like, look at the way this sits. Like, the structure of this bag is insane. I'm not gonna lie, bro, I'll be grocery shopping with this bag. It's just nice. I feel like when I went to New York, I went in September, I didn't really understand from a fashion perspective why a lot of my favorite creators would have these like giant totes and shit. But it's like, if you're not driving, you're commuting things, or you're commuting all the time, like, obviously your fashion starts to become more function as well, which I think is huge, as opposed to someone that like is buying a large bag because they saw their favorite creator, but they don't ever actually need to fill a bag that large. But when I was in New York, I got in a super large tote from let me actually grab it real quick. I got this bag from L Train Vintage. This is a cool shop in Brooklyn. That bag is big as hell, and I use it for my groceries, but I needed it that day because of how many freaking clothes and like boots I had bought from that place. You needed a big ass bag. And so I feel like if you're going to be in a city where you're carrying a bunch of stuff, something like this would be tough. If you're not in a really walkable city, I don't know if you're going to get much use out of something like this, because like, where are you taking this? It's my point, y'all. You know, this fashion shit, like, bro, it's just research. I feel like nobody wants to do the research, bro. That's the thing. And this is where you like can really have the most fun with this stuff, bro, because I don't know, I love clothes. I don't really buy stuff that often. I usually go out of town like twice a year. And if I go to Chicago to visit family and friends, or like I go to New York, I'm going there to like spend some money. I typically spend roughly like $300 to $400 on clothes for the like weeks that I'm gone. But that's because I don't really buy stuff throughout the year. So it's like, you know, it's a fun investment. And I mostly buy secondhand anyways, guys. I mean, you can see I've only been on eBay, you know what I mean, so far in the video. That's just what I like. I prefer secondhand, you know, it's good for the planet. And also just like, bro, you find shit that nobody else is looking for. Actually, the bag I'm looking at right now, I'm not showing y'all. I am in fact showing you a black screen because y'all cannot have this, bro. I'm sorry. All right, because the thing is, bro, I'm trying to get into bags. Like, I have all the fucking single stitch tees I could ever want, you know. I'm like, bro, I'm chilling. Daddy got his first pair of wide leg jeans a couple weeks ago from the thrift store. They're all right. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really think wide legs for me. I always wanted to buy a pair of like Jaded London jeans.
And
You know, people are like, Jaded London, oh my god. I just have liked some of the washes on their denim. And I don't have fucking money for Acne Studios. Even buying secondhand Acne, you're gonna spend like $400 to $600.
damn. I'm sorry.
I ain't doing that shit. But I'm not gonna buy a fake pair of jeans either. But I typically buy secondhand anyway, just because I feel like the quality can be better depending on what you're buying. You're buying older stuff with quality. So, you know, if I'm gonna buy something like a Jaded London or something, I'm gonna wear the hell out of it anyway. So, I don't know. It just kind of depends. Like, my thing is, when it comes to fast fashion, the only real brand I really shit on is like Shein. There are so many other places to buy from. And if you have the excuse of like, but people can't afford to buy from, okay, bro, you know what happened when I was growing up and didn't have no fucking money for new shoes, nigga? I didn't get new shoes. When I didn't have money for new clothes, I didn't get new clothes. You know what I mean? To like, I don't know, fuck everybody else over on the planet because you're like, oh, I need a new fit. That's ass to me, sorry. I don't agree with that. I've been really looking for shoes, for sneakers. So a pair of shoes that I'm really interested in right now are the Puma Astros. I do have the Speed Cats. These Johns are a little dirty. They're comfortable, I would say. I think they kind of resemble like a ballet flat. Shout out to my dancers. These shoes are really cool, and I'm pretty sure Puma, they do like discounts and stuff on a lot of their on their website. These are cool. You know why I wanted to get these? Because at my job, they allow us to wear black shoes, like black non-slips, black sneakers, whatever. And I don't have any black sneakers. I literally have like boots. I have like 3 pairs of white sneakers. I have a pair of gray New Balances, like old New Balances. And I have like Doc Martens and stuff and other like designer boots. But I don't really own any black sneakers, and I wish I did. I want to see the bottom of these though. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I could not wear these in my job, bro. You definitely, it looks like you could slip on this, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what type of terrain this is made for. I guess the sidewalk. I'd have to honestly try these on though, if I could go to like a Puma store. This also looks kind of cheap to me, I'm not gonna lie. Just the way this is like, I don't know.
That doesn't look very high quality to me, I'm gonna be honest.
Toga Virilis, that's it, right? I love metal. I like silver. And I think, ooh, when you can incorporate like any type of silver into your outfit, bro, it shit looks so hard. I feel like I used to always see these go on sale during the Essence sale back in the day, but I never had no money for it, so I never bought it, bro. See, like these are really cool. I'm gonna be honest too, y'all. Someone might be like, then why are you looking at these? I'm not a big loafer guy. I feel like if I was gonna wear them, I would wear something like these. I don't like this style of loafer. It's not bad, it's just not for me. I don't dress like Tyler, you know what I mean? I don't be wearing like a lot of dress clothes, and even when I do, like, I don't know, I just don't think it really worked with a lot of my fits. But this kind of looks casual. I feel like I could wear this with some jeans and then not be too crazy. It's got that little buckle on that thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, togas are kind of cool, you know. Special place in my heart. I just been wanting them for years, and I'm like, I might eventually pull the trigger on them type shit. What I really need, bro, I need a belt. I just don't have any fun belts. I feel like a nice pop of color. Like I'm always looking for a red belt. Problem is just kind of hard to find them. And I feel like I buy a lot of my belts secondhand, obviously. But some of my belts, bro, they be falling apart. I'm gonna grab a belt real quick. This belt right here, I got this buckle from a little local shop. But this, you know, it's like a real leather belt. I got this from a Salvation Army a while back. The problem is, bro, if y'all can see, this John is falling apart. And I'm not gonna lie, it was high-key falling apart when I got it. That's why it was like $4. But it took me like a year to find a buckle. And that buckle, I think was like, I'm gonna say $25. I don't think it was 25. I think it was like 50, bro. They were taxing. The red belt is so crazy. Problem is too, my freaking waist. I'm typing the word vintage just cause I know I shouldn't, but I'm just looking for like used. This looks cute, but at the same time, I feel like it's giving Amazon. Yeah, this shop, a lot of this stuff, I'm not gonna lie, looks like it's gonna fall apart on you, bro. I'm not trying to hate on nobody, actually. Let me not say that, bro. I'm not trying to shut bro's shop up. Let me look at it. Yeah, that just looks kind of drop shipped. Like, bro, the minute you start seeing, like, come on, bro. That was the thing too. When I was in New York, I was seeing a lot of like little, what I thought were like mom and pop stands, and then you start looking at them, and they look like those like bulk ring packs you get off Etsy. And I'm like, bro, that is lead. That is not silver. It's not even stainless steel. I'm like, what are y'all selling these people, bro? Bro, I saw a pair of Acne jeans that I thought were so freaking fire because they have like belts on the denim. I think that is so freaking fire. First of all, I don't even have enough belts to actually even try and recreate half of that look, bro. But I find that, like, again, I know this is the denim, but that is a cool little styling tip or something, you know, a little something you get a little inspiration from that I find very cool. Like, I would never think to layer belts, bro. Your boy is layering hats though, could y'all tell? I finna the Kakashi on y'all.
He got that shit on though.
Stop it. Stop it. Wait, let me stop. That actually looks ugly. I just put y'all on. You're welcome. Let me know, do y'all have any like fashion creators y'all be watching? I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to TikTok, I watch like Miles. He doesn't really do too many fit videos anymore. He does sometimes, but I fuck with him. He helped me back in the day really find myself. I like Tuba Avalon. She's I'd say more of a YouTuber than, I don't think she makes TikTok. She might, I don't know. But she does a lot of like high fashion stuff. I like CJ. But again, when it comes to like fashion inspiration for me, I'll be basic and say I really fuck with Bleach. In terms of like getting inspiration from like media, I like Bleach. I enjoy the Alien movies. I like the kind of way they style like casual industrial fits, I guess is what I would call them. When it comes to subcultures and stuff, I can't speak too much to that. Like, bro owns a skateboard, but I would be considered a poser, bro. I'm not really into skate culture. I busted my ass one time in college and said never again, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. A big thing for me when it comes to fashion and dressing, bro, is like perception. I know people like to say, oh, it doesn't matter how other people see you. I disagree. I think that the way you are perceived is very important. I'm not saying you should let it dictate your entire life, but if everyone says you're blue and you're yellow, you're blue. You know what I mean? Like, I do think that matters, because the thing is too, only people that will ever know you are you, or is you. You know what I mean? Like, people will only ever know like the version of you that like they're kind of crafting from like the limited interactions they've had with you. No one's ever up here, bro. And even if someone spends their entire day with you, no one is ever up here. So it's like, when it comes to clothes, I always have this image of myself like at a party, kind of like chilling, leaning back. And I'm like, if I were to see myself in the outfit I'm wearing right now at a party, would I look approachable? Would I look like somebody you could trust? That's a very big part of how I dress. I like to dress comfortably as well, but I also like to look approachable. I like to look not cool in the sense of like, I look rad, but like, just like somebody that you're like, I could talk to this person. Does that make sense? And maybe that speaks a lot to like the time we live in, and like nobody wants to talk to anybody anymore because everybody's fucking crazy. Yeah, I try and like lessen the barriers to entry when it comes to like conversations with me through fashion. Whether it's wearing like a woman's coat or something that's like more vibrant that someone might see and go, oh, that's tough, where'd you get that? Like this jacket, I fucking love this jacket so much, bro. This is one of my probably most worn pieces. I haven't worn it in a while, but I thrifted this. It's reversible too, which is pretty tough. But I just feel like it's one of those coats that I wear in public all the time, no matter where I'm going. Trader Joe's, they love it at Trader Joe's. Like, oh my God, where'd you get your jacket? I love it. I'm like, babe, I can't tell you that. You know, I can't tell you that. Shh. Huh? I can't tell you that. I feel like everyone has their reasons for why they dress the way they do. I don't want to say my reason is unique, but I don't know too many people that dress for perception, but I think we all do. I just don't know how people say it, if I'm being honest with you. It's a nice ass belt, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think this could fit. Oh, it could fit me. It's kind of old though, I'm not gonna lie. Look at this skinny. What's up, belt? This is $50 though. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not buying this. I've wanted a pair of New Rock boots too, I'm not gonna lie, but I have a pair of dogs with like a harness on them. Hold on. I've had these since like 2019. It's like a little birthday present from my mom. Shout out mom. W moms in the chat. I have wanted like a chunkier like a boot with like metal on it. I just love silver accents. I think they're so tough. To be honest, y'all, this is what my freaking like boxing boot shit be looking like, bro. I can't never find the shit that I want, bro. Like these are really cute, I'm not gonna lie, but these are women's and they're size 7.5. I literally have to like turn to Kai Cenat before I be able to freaking fit in these, you feel me? Like it's not working, bro. I do wish I had more women on my channel. Where the ladies at? Y'all be clicking on the videos, bro. What's up with that? Because talk about games most of the time. That's the thing, bro. Here on the Charles is Dead channel, bro, you can never know what to expect. Could be talking about art. Could be talking about fashion, bro. Could be talking about video games. I'm multifaceted, bro. Fuck a niche. I'm gonna say it. It might hurt my chances of growing, bro. Fuck a niche. I like to talk about what I like, bro. Is it impossible to have a channel of people that like fashion and games and anime and like art, film? Don't say I ain't never put y'all on, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. The thing is, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now, which kind of defeats the purpose of this video, right? Like, I'm never gonna see most of y'all ever in my life, so I don't mind making videos like this. But I like wearing shit that nobody else is gonna wear. Some people might think that's crazy. I hate, and I genuinely do mean this, and maybe this is crazy, I hate when people make videos mad that somebody gatekept something in front of them, where like they asked for where something was and someone goes, no. I think it's crazy when people think they're entitled to know something. If you want to take a picture of my shoes and look it up, it's a free country. I mean, I can't stop you. I can run like hell, but I can't stop you. But it seems crazy when someone's like, why don't you just tell me where it's from? You just want instant gratification. That's what a lot of y'all ignore. You're like, oh, well, you're not telling somebody. And that's really weird because you don't know how many hours it took me to find that one article, that one unique piece. Or maybe like, bro, I'm about to really like open Pandora's box, bro. This ring, I get so many compliments on this ring and people be like, where'd you get it from? Where'd you get it from? And I'm like, don't worry about it. You know why I say don't worry about it, bro? Because if you recognize this logo, you know what it's from. And it's like, you should have it / if you can tell me where it's from, I'd be like, oh, no, let me hook you up. You know what I mean? Let me put you on type shit. But it's like, bro, if you don't know what this symbol means, bro, it's like, that shit don't mean nothing. You just think it looks cool. This is from a TV show. I even go one step further, bro. It's from an anime. So, you know what I mean? But it starts to lose that allure sometimes too. I feel like people know where shit's from when it's just obscure and cool. And it's like, bro, if you don't watch that show and yet you're wearing that ring, you're allowed to do it. I'm not calling you a poser, but it's like, if I was the one that put you onto that, I would feel weird. Is that crazy to say? I don't know. I just don't think that gatekeeping is like that big of a deal, because guess what? The key's around there somewhere. You just gotta find it, bro. You just gotta find it. I have articles of clothing that like, I don't know, bro, that I've never seen anybody else have. And I'm like, I love that because I get to look unique. Is there somebody else who's gonna have that thing? Yeah. But I'm like, nigga, wearing the same t-shirt as your friend was cool when you were like 12. But like, as a grown ass person, I don't know, that shit don't do nothing for me. Like, it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm the main character, some weird shit like that. But it's like, nigga, if it's meant for you, you'll find it, bro. It's as simple as that. I don't know. I don't think it's crazy. But every time, and it's mostly girls that I see that make videos mad when other girls don't tell them where they got these boots from or X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna say something crazy. Ooh, can I say this? This is crazy, bro. Don't hate me. A lot of ladies are consumers. Y'all are consumers, bro. Y'all are consumers. There's a reason why you go to a thrift store and 75% of the freaking clothing like is just women's, bro. Y'all consume, bro. Y'all consume like crazy. So I can understand when a girl don't want to put you on, because it's like, you're gonna like this for a season and then you're gonna toss it like, ooh. I hope that's not crazy to say, bro. Someone's gonna clip that. I hope they don't. I'm not big enough to get clipped, so I don't really care. But that's just my thing. Like, I don't know. I'm never gonna not gatekeep. Oh my god, it's nothing, bro. I used to have this watch, bro. Oh my goodness, is this still in here? This thing looks disgusting right now. It's like tore up. I might cut this out of the video, but this is like a little watch I have, right? The amount of people that used to ask me where I got that watch from and they wanted it so bad. It's another example where I get stuff that like is important to me because of what I grew up watching or experiencing. Like I told you all earlier, I get inspiration from like TV, movies, anime, whatever. So if I'm wearing that specific watch, which is from a show that if you know, you know type shit, it's cool because I know, but it's cool to you because you just think like you like the design or whatever. But like you wearing it, I don't know. I feel like it's different than wearing like a band that you don't listen to or something like that. Or is it maybe the same thing? Yeah, I think it's maybe the same thing. Like I'm never gonna come to somebody and be like, name 3 songs. But if I go, oh hell yeah, it's a dope watch, that's from blank, right? And you go, no, and it is? That's weird. That's weird to me. And so that's just kind of how I feel, right? Like, do your research, bro. Find that article of clothing for you. I have to research a lot of the clothes that I buy, unless I'm going thrift shopping. But even when I'm going thrift shopping, I'm no longer at the phase where I'm like buying single stitch tees on accident. You know what I mean? I'm looking for that stuff because I'm looking for the quality X, Y, and Z. I don't know. I just think people need to go on their own journeys, bro. Is that crazy to say? Fashion should be unique to you, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, there have been times where I have seen an article of clothing and I have been like, where'd you get that? And someone's like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna tell you. And you know what I do, y'all? No shame. I take a pic.
You what?
I take a pic. If it's shoes, I'm taking a pic every time, bro. Like boots, one of my friend's cousins, bro, came to town and he had these nice square-toed boots, brown. I've still to this day never found them. I remember asking that nigga where he bought them from. He said ASOS. I didn't believe him. I did not believe him. I took a picture of him and I still haven't been able to find it. And the day I do find it, it's gonna be amazing. But the thing is too, that man does not live, he's not in my circle, bro. He lives in a completely other state. So if I'm wearing the same shoes he's got, it don't matter. I ain't never gonna see him again. But if I put you on a pair of shoes and I see you in a grocery store a week later with them shoes, I'm like, fuck. I'm not mysterious anymore. No one's going, what are those shoes? They're going, oh, everybody got them on. Y'all not panda dunksing my fucking like shoe collection, bro. I'm sorry. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all like this. This is mostly like yapping. I'm gonna try and cut this the fuck up. I don't really have much else obviously to like show you guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Anything, you have any tips for anybody in the comments when it comes to like research and stuff? You don't need to tell us about a certain item, but like if you got, you know, like a little website you be using. I don't do none of the like Japanese websites or anything like Bai, all that stuff. I'm not at that level. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm not at that level. But let us know. We don't gatekeep around here. Like, comment, subscribe, bye.